What is substance use disorder? Well, substance use disorder is a mental health condition in which a person continues using alcohol or drugs despite the harmful consequences of doing so. Whether the consequences are to their health, their relationships, their work, any sort of daily functioning. It involves changes in their brain that make stopping very difficult, even when the person wants to. And that's why it is considered a mental health condition. So let's take a look at some more concerning this. Sorry, my allergies are bothering me today, so you're going to see me scratching at my eyes a little bit here. So let me try to get here to my notes. I think it is about time for me to start getting a new laptop because it's really starting to be a bit of a pain here. There we go. So, um, the key signs of substance use disorder are impaired control. And that means like they have really strong cravings. They're using more than intended. They have unsuccessful attempts to cut back, even though they try hard to. They're having social problems, such as failing responsibilities at their job, at school, at home. They're withdrawing from activities. They're engaging in risky use. They're using in dangerous situations or continuing to do so despite harm. The drug effects might be um, they build up a tolerance for either the drugs or the alcohol that they're using. They're having withdrawal symptoms whenever they do try to cut back. Substance use disorder is defined by a problematic pattern of substance use that leads to um, significant impairment. And it exists on a spectrum. The mild is 2 to 3 symptoms. Moderate would be 4 to 5 symptoms, and severe is 6 or more symptoms. That's often referred then as addiction. So, why does substance use disorder happen? Well, research has shown that substance use disorder develops through a mix of biological, psychological, and environmental factors. So it's not just a straight up cut and dry thing. There's a lot of different factors that can contribute, and sometimes more than one factor can contribute, such as genetics, mental health conditions, trauma or adverse childhood experiences, or social pressures or stress. How is substance use disorder diagnosed? Well, it's diagnosed by a clinician and they evaluate substance use patterns, their impact on functioning, the presence of the DSM 5 symptoms, and possible co occurring mental health conditions. There is no single test, it's based on behavior and health history. What is it not? It's not a moral failing like society a lot of times tends to make it out to be. It's not simply bad choices. It's not something that people can always stop on their own. However, the good news is that it is a treatable medical condition. And the treatment options include therapy such as cognitive behavioral therapy, DBT, motivational interviewing, contingency management, medication, examples like opioid or alcohol use disorders, support groups such as Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Smart Recovery, detox / withdrawal management. Recovery is absolutely possible. It really is. And many people achieve long-term stability with the right support. But having the right support is key. You have to have that. You can't. I've heard of people that do it on their own, but it's extremely, extremely difficult. Very difficult and sometimes extremely dangerous. Your chances of success and long-term success is to have that support in the right support system. So I hope that encourages you today. If you are struggling with substance use disorder, like I said, please know you're not alone. There's no shame in it. There is support. There are people that care about you and that want to see you succeed. And though you may have failed 1,000 times, keep going, keep trying. Don't let this be the end of your story, because it doesn't have to be. You're not a bad person. It's not a moral failing. And you are capable of achieving success with overcoming this, because you are an overcomer. You are smart, you're capable, you're wonderful and fabulous. And those aren't just platitudes. It's the truth. I have known so many people in my career that have overcome this. It's hard. It's very hard. And it's not something that you're going to just do overnight. You got to keep at it. And if you fall down, keep getting back up. And don't beat yourself up over it, because it's a process. But like I said, with the right support and the help of God, you can overcome it. So keep going, my friend. You've got this. I love you, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.